Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, American Boy Collects American Girl. Got a little bit of a different video for you. Yes, I know some people don't like this, but you are going to see a naked doll. It's a doll, okay? It's not a person. Just go with it, okay? Um, so yeah, I got this second Molly. I didn't actually know it was Molly when I first got her. So yeah, I was just looking for like some TLC dolls because originally I was planning on selling them. Um, Yeah, so the reason it's a different angle for today is that I wanted to show cleaning it, so I needed it more on the doll than on me. uh, so this is gonna be a little awkward doing the intro part. um, but yeah, I was looking for some TLC dolls actually to like ones that weren't too terribly bad to either fix up or send to the doll hospital and sell. So far, most of them have been added to the collection. I do have, I do have a few, well, not the TLC ones. I have doubles that I've gotten of other dolls. But yeah, so I was like, this one was like really, I was like really stunned by how good the hair looked and her face and everything. And so I was like, and it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like, don't call me. I think it was like 30. I don't know. Something like really, really decent. Well, the reason she was selling for so cheap, let's see if I can get it to stay. There is, you can see that on her eyelid. There's a chip on her eyelid. I got the right one. Yeah. Yeah. It's not really showing up too well, but there is a chip on the eyelid. I do not know how they got a chip on the eyelid. And the thing was really funny was that so like look at excuse me. Her arms and one leg are really good. There's just this one leg is kind of loose. So I'm like, well, I'm not sending it to the doll hospital for one leg. So I can actually, it's still pretty decently attached, so I can still work with her. And so I didn't honestly know who this doll was until I was putting Molly in her camp outfit, our actual Molly doll. And I was looking at it like, wait a minute, this doll's got gray eyes just like Molly. And then because I was like really impressed by this hair. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this, but this was like really cool. And the two parts she had it sort of crisscross so it didn't get really messed up in shipping. Now it's a little frizzy, and I don't really want to do much with the hair. Um, Anywho, but yeah, then all of a sudden when I realized the eye color was the same as Molly's, I'm like, oh, this is Molly. And what's happened is they took the braids out of her hair. That's why she's got like the little part going on here in the back. It was for the two braids, and the reason it's got this sort of crimpy wave. I'm not sure if that's the right wording, but that wave going on is because of the braids being taken out. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm actually keeping her as my second Molly. Um, and the funny thing was, is I actually got a pair of Molly's glasses, but the gold rim instead of the silver rim in a lot. So the second Molly is going to be differentiated by the gold glasses versus original Molly's silver glasses, and she's going to have her hair tied back in the bows for the Christmas outfit. But it's going to be I'm not doing anything with the hair, so it's basically going to just be like this kind of hair. So it's going to be a little bit of a different style for Molly with her Christmas outfit. But this year I also actually got the second version, or the first version of her Christmas outfit without the buttons. I have a second version, and here's a little teaser for when I do this video dressing Molly, because that's not in this video. This is just cleaning her up. Um, Dressing both Mollys in their Christmas outfits. I'm going to actually be showcasing not one or two, but three variations of her Christmas outfit. Yes, I said three. And if you want to know what that's all about, you're just going to have to watch that video when I get it posted and actually shot, because obviously it's not happened yet because she's still naked. All right. Yeah, I don't understand what the deal is. Okay, I could understand because I've actually seen it. It's kind of disturbing. There's actually dolls out there. Well, even Barbie, the top is a little, yeah, immodest if she's naked. Um, but this is a fabric body. Okay, I get where it's supposed to represent the parts and everything, but still, it is a doll. This kind of doll I can be okay with being naked, or even like the strawberry shortcake baby dolls. Okay, yeah, I could see Barbie, and I've actually seen there's actual dolls that they're very disturbing that actually have the private parts. So yeah, those I could see being naked, and they were actually a little bit disturbing to the fact that the viewer was showing the doll naked. So yeah, that was disturbing to me. This is not. It's a cloth body. It's not fully vinyl and fully, you know. that was more than I wanted to say. Let's get on to another topic. Okay. So yeah, I haven't cleaned her up yet. I really want to clean her up before doing it. And so yeah, for me, I'm not too upset over the chipped eye. I mean, she's gonna be standing up, probably standing or sitting, probably most of the time, probably standing on a doll stand. So she's not. And so her eyes are going to be open, so you're not going to ever see it unless she's like lying in bed and her eyes are closed. So that's the only issue. Again, let's go off to this. So yeah, so basically all you have to do is get magic eraser. So I actually don't use these as whole. I cut them into strips. So I don't feel like I need to waste an entire full size one for what I'm doing with this. So it's not like I'm scrubbing the bathroom. So yeah, basically you're just gonna go over like each, and I am a little different than what I've seen. I've seen people just go over everything with one run. I like to do each limb at a time and then go back and do the face. And I'll give you a disclaimer about the face in a minute. But I just like to just get over. I don't like to leave the water on for too long. So what I'll do is I'll do like each limb and then I'll dry it down. So this is just a basic magic eraser you can get in your cleaning supply at the grocery store. So this one isn't too bad. I'm not sure if you're seeing it on this one. This one does have some marks, so we'll see about getting those cleaned up. Might have to pause and re-wet this. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, I'll get all the way through cleaning the doll. But yeah, basically, you're just going over everything, and if there's anything like kind of marks, this one I'm not seeing like really anything on this leg. This would have been a better video to do during daylight when you had better lighting than after night. Oh wait, there is a mark there. Let's see if that'll come off. Okay. Let's see, that might be a permanent mark. So the one thing I will give you the notice on, you can actually scrub the legs and arms. I would not recommend scrubbing the face, okay? And the only reason of that is because of the face paint for her lips, her teeth, and her cheeks. I think that's the only thing that has paint on it. You can use the magic eraser on the face. Just be careful to go very lightly. You do not want, what I'm doing right now, what I'm scrubbing, you do not want to scrub the face, okay? You want to go over it very lightly. I will say, sorry, I guess I shouldn't have had it down, so I guess I didn't need it so well. Anyway, I will just give a disclaimer. If you have a custom doll, either you customized or you bought from somebody, you might want to ask the seller what they did to the face before washing it, because I've seen actual people customize an American Girl doll and they use a colored pencil on the cheeks to get the color back in. But I also didn't see them seal it. So that colored pencil might come off very easily if you use a magic eraser. So that's the main thing I'd be concerned about. If it's directly from American Girl and you or no one else has done anything to customize it, it should be all right. It should, I hope. So I hope I'm not giving anyone any misinformation on this, but I have done like there was an Addie doll. I got a second Addie doll because she had the cornrow braids. I think it's the cornrows is what they call it. And I'm like, that's a hairstyle I would never actually be able to do on my own. So I thought that was really cool. Might have been a little pricey to get her for $60, but again, I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that hairstyle. It wasn't entirely perfect, so you kind of needed to even have sunglasses or glasses or a hair accessory like on the top of her head, just so it isn't as noticeable that it's messed up. Yeah, the tissue paper there is actually for the doll brush box. Ooh, crap. I guess got the table wet. Got a little aggressive there, I guess, with the water. All right, what I'm doing now, this is just a piece of an old t-shirt that we cut into a rag, just a gentle, soft cloth. I know they have the skin cleaning kit from American Girl, and I actually own that, but I don't know how old it is. So I'm not sure if I trust using it now. And in all honesty, when I did it on a doll back when we had it, yeah, I really didn't see any results with that. I feel like this works a lot better. So yeah, we're gonna just probably should have done something with your hair because now I'm probably gonna get your hair wet. All right, let's move your hair out of the way. We're gonna go up to the arm. I might actually pause this because I don't really want this to be a long video. And I'm already almost at 10 minutes. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna, well, maybe I'll do the other leg just because I know there's some, okay, that arm actually is a little bit loose after I just did a full rotation of it. Anyway, but you probably don't want to hear me talk the whole time I'm doing this. So I could definitely ramble. I'm sure you've seen that at the ends of some of my videos. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. I'm doing, kind of giving myself a challenge this week to try to actually record a video every day this week. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. As of right now, I have not uploaded any of them. So, oh, there was some dirt on that girl. Look at that. Oh my heavens. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that black smudge on there. Oh my word. I'm just hoping I get everything. The arms and that one leg I just did weren't terribly bad. Probably the fingers, I think, is a little bit harder to get around because they're so small. Whereas the toes are all like locked together and not have to go in between them, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I think that arm's pretty good. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can do a video every night, no matter how I feel. Unless I'm like really, really out of it and like sickish, sort of like, that maybe probably won't happen. I wasn't sure I was gonna get to this even tonight, because I was really tired earlier. Yeah, and even her vinyl feels so much nicer after you do this. It feels actually back to like you just bought her almost. And again, it's probably not gonna take away the smudges, like the shine marks. I mean, that's what I meant to say, the shine marks. If you're wondering, I'm holding the what am I saying? The towel is on a doll stand. Because I do put her on the doll stand to dry just so her feet are like elevated. So it gets the full air overnight around her. That makes sense. Just because I didn't want the feet to not have any issues by being on a surface. So that's one little tidbit I do is I put the doll on a doll stand. And hopefully it's tight enough, because I know some of my doll stands, it's like you try to lift them up by the waist, by the body, and the back of the stand is actually going to fly right out of the base. So I don't know what's up with some of those stands, but hopefully the one I grabbed is one that will, yeah, I think it'll stay together. Okay, this arm is really not that bad at all. Well, I guess I take that back. There's black on there. I guess this did have a little bit more dirt than I thought it did. And I'm actually glad the legs aren't bad, because I forgot and left her sitting in the box since like I think September. I think it was September I got her. I mean, the seller was really nice. She asked if it'd be all right to have her in the box sitting. So I'm actually appreciative that she actually asked that before she sent it. And originally I thought she was in, I mean, she said the limbs were loose, which is true, that one leg was, but I thought she meant all of them. So I thought I probably was going to send it to the doll hospital to get her limbs tightened, but I saw this and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I mean, I can work with that limb. I actually have other dolls that have worse limbs than this doll. So I'm like, I'll wait until the rest of them like even out. And just a little tidbit too, they also say the worst way you can position the doll is to have her sitting for a long period of time. Like if you're just going to do a display for a short time, that probably is all right. But sitting actually can cause the limbs to get loose because they're constantly in the bend. So I'm actually wondering if why this only one leg was really loose is if they had done something like where she was sitting like on a shelf, kind of like this, where the one leg was up and the other leg was hanging down, so that one leg didn't get loosened. All right, now for that one limb that was kind of bad. Let's see, this one's got some, let me turn you back around the other way so I can see it better in the light. This one's got some major marks. Let's see if any of this comes off. I think that one helps. There is still a mark there on the other one. I'm not going to be too concerned about that. Let's see what this black smudge does. Okay, that's coming off for you. Oops. No. get the tablecloth dirty. I guess maybe I should have not put a tablecloth on this one for this. Oh well. Too late now. I already got it wet. Let's see. Alright, the black smudges seem to be coming off. It's these ones that are sort of like a, what was that color? Rusty brown? Like a rust color? So I don't know what that was, if it was an ink stain. I mean, there was one doll I got, a number 16. Again, sorry. I know I'm not in my head is like really cut off, but I really wanted you guys to see me doing the actual cleaning of the doll. And there's a stack of books off to the side. Sorry they got into view. Usually I try to keep everything that's off to the sides out of view. And that shadow to the left of me is a stack of boxes that you're seeing in a shadow casting on the say the drapes. In case anyone's wondering why I always have the drapes shut, there's actually a cemetery across the street. So I was thinking probably you really wouldn't want to see a cemetery in a video about dolls. So yeah, that. I mean, the church is also across the street too. But I just, yeah, didn't think you'd want to see a cemetery in my videos. Plus, I also try, if I do it during daylight hours, which is rarity because I usually do it after night. I agree with Christy at AG Takes Over that like late night is actually a really good time to do it, because one, you're not gonna have to worry about the phone ringing. Usually people don't call us after 9, at least our place anyway, so that's a plus. But then also, like, mom still lives with me, so she usually goes to bed around 9, so between 9 and 9:30 usually, so I don't usually have to worry about her coming in after 9 o'clock. The issue would be more during the day. Like if she's taking a nap, I might try to do a video if I'm home on that day. Oh my word, look at how, can you see that? How gray that is? And let's turn this around and do the other side. Let's go over this again. There was one doll was so bad. Oh, my second Addie I was telling you about. That I actually had to go over, I think 3, maybe even 4 times with a magic eraser, and like the last time I made sure to use a clean one. I don't know if it was because she had put her in a plastic bag before shipping her, and it was over the summer, so like the heat and humidity of having it be in the hot trucks, like the delivery trucks and stuff. I don't know if that's what caused it to get like sort of slimy because of the humidity and whatnot. Wow, this actually turned out really good. I'm actually impressed. There's a smudge there on her heel, but it's actually not too bad. A lot of that actually came off, and I didn't even really need to scrub much. I might do a little bit more on that one spot on the other leg, just see if I can get it more off. Okay, there's a smudge on her heel that's not coming off. So I'm wondering if that might have been newsprint. That's another thing too. If you ship dolls, or even just put them away for storage, make sure you use white tissue paper only. Because the vinyl is what they call porous, and it will actually transfer. So like if you use colored tissue paper, you might get especially if it's a lighter doll, you might get the dye transfer onto the vinyl. Like I was really very concerned when I opened Cecile and she had blue tissue paper in her. Thankfully, she was a darker skinned doll, so I wasn't so concerned about it. But if it had been Molly, I think that blue might have actually transferred to her vinyl, where you could actually see it. All right, I think I'm pretty much done with this leg. I'm gonna just go back real quick and see if I can get a little bit more of that one off. But yeah, I think that heel didn't come clean. So this leg is really loose, but it's not as loose as Kaya. Kaya's got really loose limbs. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm doing with her yet, because I really don't want to send her to the doll hospital, because I don't want to undo her hair. She's still got the factory braids, and her braids are actually decent. Like our original Molly and some of the other ones, like Kirsten, I wasn't as careful with when I was a teenager, changing the clothes and the Velcro, and I didn't know about the thing about turning the head all the way around. So yeah. I definitely snagged the Velcro a lot on the hair, or the hair got snagged on the Velcro, I mean. And yeah, there's a lot of flyaways in Molly's braids and Kirsten's, and yeah. So I wasn't as good as I should have been in being careful. Of course, the original Molly meat sweater wasn't as I'm not a fan of. I like the new one for the new one they just came out with, where it's actually got Velcro now down the back. As original sweaters they had in the beginning, you actually put them over their head. I did not know what they were thinking. And the weird thing is, as long as Molly was out, I don't think that ever got changed, so they brought her back now. Like, I think it was last year. Was it 22? No. Yeah, 23. No, 23 was Kit, 22 was Molly. So, yeah. I really hope they bring Kirsten back, because, I mean, she's been gone for way too long. Even Felicity. I mean, I really feel like the historical characters should not be retired. I mean, maybe they don't need to bring back the best friends. Okay, so she does not... I don't think she has the... Does she have the white bangs? I'm not sure which bangs she has. Anyway. So, yeah, again, like I said with this, be very careful. So just go, like, gently over the face. I mean, like, the neck... I try not to get too aggressive, like, right in this part, because I don't want to get the fabric wet on the body. But I do try to get the hair out of the way. So, like I was doing with the bangs, I try to get... Oh, yeah, I forgot the eyebrows. The eyebrows are the other thing you want to be careful around, too. So the eyebrows, the lips, and I don't think I've ever really went over the teeth. Although right now, this is kind of dried out, so it's not as wet as it was a minute ago when I was doing her limbs. Okay, it's very hard to get under these bangs. Alright, let's see if I can get her. Just get a basic wash over, just to revitalize that vinyl a little bit. Again, there you want to be careful going over the cheek, but even look how bright that just brightened up her cheek even. I don't really do into the mouth. I just kind of go over around the lips and try to get under the chin too. Don't forget that. Then a minute, oops. I don't do the eyelids because I don't want to get the water into it, although this is not that wet, so probably I could get away with trying it. And I will give you the heads up. I'm not going to be as detailed, let's see, with the hair as I would be if this was a doll that I'd be brushing the hair, but I don't really want to brush the hair. Sorry, I'm just realizing I'm putting my hands right in the way so you can actually see it. But yeah, I'm not going to be brushing her hair out. Sorry, I'm doing her ear right now. Guess that's how her ear's supposed to be. Alright. Maybe I can do it this way so you can actually see it, but I'm going to go back and do the back of her neck also. But yeah, that's basically it. Probably a hard spot to get is like into the ear. To make that a little too realistic. I'm like pulling the tablecloth right off. Oh, I left it here. I was like, wait, what did I do with the towel? I thought it fell on the floor. Alright. And try to make sure you also get under the hair again, where you got it wet. Is it really 23 minutes? Seriously, I did not think this video would be taking this long. Alright, just get that all nice and dry. So I'm going to just do a quick flip over. Oops. Stay there. I just want to get the back of her neck because I didn't do that. And this actually still has a neck string, so that's kind of cool. Although it looks like they've been cut because they're kind of frayed on the end. Yeah, let me just see if I can get this back of the neck real quick. I might go over a little bit more after I turn the video off. And this one is American Girl. So this is a Molly after the Pleasant Company, after I went to Mattel. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. I don't need to do a ton on her. The back of the neck. So I just want to real quick show. So if this was a doll that I would be actually brushing the hair. Normally I would do the hair. All right, let's get your limbs so they're facing the right direction and not funky. All right, so normally I would actually brush her hair. Let me see if I can adjust this now that I'm not eating it on the counter. There we go. All right, now you can see me again. So normally I would get, and this is actually, if you can see it, I don't know if you can see it on here on the screen, but this actually says Pleasant Company. Do I have it right side up? Might have had it upside down. It actually says Pleasant Company there in that box. So this is actually an original Pleasant Company brush, not the American Girl. I do want to get a second one because I really don't want to be using the good one I had for both the used dolls and then our original collection. So anyway, but normally what I would do, I have a spray bottle. Actually, let me grab that real quick if I can get it without knocking everything over. I didn't bring that over. All right. So normally what I would do, just with a spray bottle, all you gotta do is like spritz the hair at the back, and then you're gonna brush it out. I know there's like a lot of like flyaways going on in this, but I don't want to ruin the unique crimped curl out of it. So I really want to keep that. So I don't want to brush that out. And I don't know if I brush. Maybe you can brush it and it wouldn't go out, but I don't want to risk that. So I'm just leaving her hair as is. Although I am gonna put. So I do try to be careful with this. Maybe I should have left this here. Let me just put that back down a little bit. Alright, so I do try to be careful when spritzing to like cover the eyes. I am just going to put a little bit of water on her bangs and just fix them only. So let's see. Just a little bit of water there. Let's see. I think I'll do it lying down. Keep it lying down. I'm just going to just brush through her, keep her eyes covered. Well, as best you can, because your hand's kind of in the way of where you're going to be brushing. Well, I guess if her eyes are closed, she should be fine. I don't remember what the thing is that happens to the eyes if they get wet. I can't remember what that's called. But it does mess up the color or the eyes somehow. Okay, that is her bangs. Let's see. See if I can get that back into her bangs. It's trying to catch the actual hair too, so I'm trying to get the bangs back, and that's her hair. All right. But yeah, that, I mean, I'm gonna have to let this tablecloth dry overnight, I guess. But yeah, so that's, I mean, this is just a basic. So I mean, that really actually helped flatten her braid or her bangs down a little bit more because they were kind of all over the place. And again, probably I could get away with brushing it, but I just want to leave it. So yeah, so when I put her in her Christmas outfit, I'm gonna kind of go with what they had for the parts, but we're just gonna do it like this instead. So we're gonna have a different kind of a hairstyle. And yeah, so I actually just washed all the Mary Janes I got. I had gotten 3 pairs of them. Interesting fact, did you know that they actually have 2 different sizes for those? I think I don't know if it's the older ones are smaller or the bigger one, or the newer ones are bigger. I'm not sure. Um, I think Nelly was the one that had the larger size, but there's like only like a very, very small fraction noticeable, but the smaller ones are more flexible and the other ones are more thicker material. I think it's rubber. It's either rubber or plastic they're made of. But yeah, so this is Molly. She definitely looks a whole lot better. So I didn't get, let's see, there's still the smudge on her heel right there. And then I think this leg, there is some sort of a rusty stain there. So I don't know what those are, but I am not concerned about them. Number 16, no, number 17 I got, the redhead. She did have an ink stain that even after sending it to American Girl, they couldn't get it out. So they did say about the different treatments. So I don't know what I'm doing with her. I think I'm just going to wrap a piece of cotton around it, like fabric cotton, not the actual cotton ball, just to protect any outfit she's put in so it doesn't transfer to the outfit. Because they said that that could happen too. But I'm like, look at her hair. Isn't that amazing? Really cool. So yeah, that's our second Molly. So yeah. Yeah, it's really funny. I mean, I wasn't really trying to get seconds of the historicals, but I got both Molly's outfits for Christmas, both Samantha's outfits for Christmas, and both Felicity's outfits for Christmas. And then I got the second Addie because of the braided hair. Um, but yeah, so I know second Addie's gonna go in the green bibs outfit because she's gonna be my sometimes historical, sometimes girl of today doll. This is basically going to be just for my Christmas display, as I really wanted to showcase like Emily in her purple dress between both Mollies, and then her showcasing both versions, one with buttons and one without. And the same with Samantha and Nellie, and same with Felicity and Elizabeth. But I have to send the other Felicity doll to the doll hospital to get a head replacement. She's got something funky going on the wig. You can actually see in the back if you lift up the hair, the wig cap. So I definitely don't want that. And I'm going over 30 minutes, so I don't need to keep rambling on this. But yeah, there she is. So I'm gonna let her dry overnight. Oh yeah, let me just showcase the last thing I usually do with this. I forgot to tell you about this. I mean, I told you about it, but I forgot to actually do it. So yeah, basically, I just put the doll on the stand, and just so it gets full air, I'll leave it up like that, if that makes sense. So her feet aren't actually touching the base. And I'll just leave her sitting like that overnight, so that way if I didn't get it fully dried, and I'll just pull her hair back so it's not too much on her arms. Actually, you know what? I'll do the crisscross that they did. This is how they had done it in. Again, you can't see. Sorry. They had just crisscrossed her hair back so it wouldn't get messed up in shipping. That's pretty much how they had it. Actually, it's kind of cool. Kind of makes her look like Felicity now. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what I do, and I don't need to keep rambling. Anywho, that's my little video on how to wash the dolls. Again, just be careful around the face paint, and if it's been a customized one, you might want to find out what they did and if they sealed it or not. If they didn't seal it, you probably don't want to wash the face. But yeah, that is my Molly doll. So you guys all have a great day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, let me know what you thought of this cleaning, and is there any other things you have, tips that you figured out over the years or found from other people? Let me know those in the comments too. And I will see you next time. Bye.